when you're young, when you're new to this place, you have all these dreams and all these goals and all this stuff. But 60% of the people, they get divorced. They get delusioned. They start to wake up. And a lot of times they wake up they don't wake up till they're on their deathbed. That's sad. I just went in there and I got some deli food. Here's a pepperoni and cheese. I said, "Is this where the real food is?" I said, "Look, when I look over there, all I see is boxes. Highly processed food that has been cut up and destroyed and all the nutrients gone. And then they throw all these chemicals in to make you addicted to it." I said, "Is this the real food?" She said, "That's why everybody has cancer, because they're eating fake food." She works there and she knows it. I was going to invest in the GIS stock, but I heard something about McDonald's and them, and GIS has all this fake food, so I sold all my stock on that, which I didn't have but a few shares. Because it dropped down quite a bit, right? I mean, it went like this. Maybe the reason GIS stock is going down, it could be because of the economy, but it could be that people are waking up to their fake food, Alex Jones can scream about the New World Order, but it's always been here because it's the devil's system. Why don't he scream about the food? Why don't he scream about drinking alcohol just gives you cirrhosis liver? Why don't he scream about health stuff? Yeah, he sells vitamins, but why don't he scream about the whole system, not just the fake New World Order, because it's always been here. These people are trying to, who was it? Was it Uganda recently? Last week or so, had a civil war. The people went in, killed like 26 people in the parliament or whatever it was. Can't remember the details, but I know the people rose up about some kind of new law. And the guy says, "I concede we're not going to pass this law." If all the people woke up and quit buying the fake food, quit believing all this fake advertisement. I heard H&R Block's now charging $500 to do your taxes. $500, and you can do it yourself. Trinity Spa, China Food, Leon Style, Why would you pay $100 to go get your hair cut when you can go get you a $15 thing and just cut your own hair? It don't make sense. Everybody's in delusion. Why did I have to do this? Why would I have to do this? Everybody's in delusion. Everybody's selfish. Why would I have to do this? Why do I have to research food and supplements and coconut oil and extra virgin olive oil and derivatives of coconut oil, monolauric acid? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to fight against the so-called evolution of man? It's all devolving. It's not evolving, it's devolving. Why do I have to deal with these characters who are devolving and put a sign up to say, hey, not everybody wants to devolve into your mindset. It's time to evolve. Because the devil is the king of the flesh. The devil is the king of the dead. When you get born again, you wake up to what's life, and you're around people that are devolving because they're in death. You wake up to the zombie apocalypse that's everywhere around you. Listen to this music, this death.
An advisor with safe.
Watch this TV show that's death. Drink this chemical that's death. Put this washing detergent in your washing machine that causes your skin to break out, that you're allergic to. These washing powders that destroy your skin, you know. When you escape the death cult and you see through the death cult, it becomes a zombie apocalypse. They have to come after you. They have to attack you because you're alive. You see all the systems, all the dead systems. Even their traffic systems, it's all ridiculous. I mean, really. I want you to really think about how ridiculous the traffic system is. Some places are waking up, but if you put a big enough roundabout right here, you wouldn't have to have lights that go out, traffic lights. You have a roundabout. It could be designed in such a way, instead of it being just a circle, it could be elongated a little bit. You might have to go a little bit further, but you wouldn't have a stoplight system that you have to depend on the power company to keep the traffic flowing. Why do we still have traffic lights? How long is this going to go on? There's roundabout systems designed that would get rid of traffic lights altogether. Even if the carbon lie, even the carbon thing, even if it was true, look how many cars are just sitting at this stoplight. If it was a roundabout, they would be home faster. They wouldn't be sitting here idling and wasting their gas and all that stuff. It's all lies, people. What's cheaper? Building a roundabout and it sits there forever, concrete, or putting up lights that break down and the storm tears down the wires and the telephone poles? What's cheaper in the long run? Not to mention the gas going. The gas in these cars and the tires. And it's all lies, people. The whole system's upside down. But the system is the snake eating itself. And so the system has to keep the system going. Just like the movie Matrix, he said, Neo, the very people you're trying to unplug, they become your enemy because they live off the system. Because they live off the system, they have to protect their little corner of the system. So if you say, get rid of all the traffic lights, what about the people who have jobs repairing the traffic lights? You see? And you could do that with any system in place. They've got the technology where your car could run 200,000 miles. They got that technology. The Japanese do it. But all the other manufacturers, they make money off of parts, right? If you Google the stock market and you try to find the most expensive stocks, it's auto part companies. These companies, these auto parts, Advanced Auto, I forget the other ones, but their stock is just like $1,400 a share, some of them, $500 a share, $1,000 a share. But you look at the average stock, even Coca-Cola was $100 and some a share. Sometimes it drops down to what, $50 a share. Look at that, State Street Maintenance. That's a big company for stocks, State Street. I'm talking about stocks, and State Street drives by. One of the biggest stocks out there. They got to keep the system going. When you step into life and light, and you step outside the zombie system has to attack you and call you crazy. They have to destroy you because you are no longer part of the zombies. They're already dead, and anybody with life, they try to eat. We're in the zombie apocalypse. It's happening right now. The evolution of mankind, because man is born in sin. Death and sin. You're born in sin. You're dead in trespasses and sin. So you're born in a dead system. You don't know it's even a dead system. Everybody looks like they're alive, but they're dead spiritually. And if they're dead spiritually, they're eventually going to be dead physically and burned forever. Where the worm never dies. It's a dead system. Spiritually dead people trying to make laws to regulate the dead creatures. Hello? If you're alive, if you're born again, you don't need a law. Because you love your neighbor. The dead system hates their neighbor. If you're alive, you're in a system of life, you love your neighbor. And everybody's willing to help everybody. But in a dead system, it's a dog-eat-dog world. It's a dead world. It's a vampire world. It's a zombie apocalypse. It's a dead system. It's obvious, people. It's right in front of you. That car is going to rust and go back to the grave. The person driving that car is their body's going to go back to the grave. Everything's, the trees, all this stuff, the lights will break down. They're going to go back to the ground. Everything that's trying to rise up goes back to the ground. The only thing that's going to make it out of here is the born again. The born again souls. Everything else is a zombie apocalypse. You're in it. You know, they make the movies about the zombie apocalypse. It's already here. It's always been here. It started in Genesis 3. 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 The New World Order started in Genesis 3. The zombie apocalypse started in Genesis 3. It's always been here. Why do you think God had to destroy the earth the first time? With water. The next time by fire. Because the zombie apocalypse grows so much that God has to just destroy it. I mean, I'm not even joking, people. The zombie apocalypse always grows to where it's vampiring off the living, the born again living, versus the dead flesh creatures, the flesh mind versus the spirit mind. It's a zombie apocalypse. It really is.